Hello, entrepreneurs. Joe DeChara, CPA, coming to you live from downtown Flushing, New York, for a sneak preview of my upcoming workshop. Actually, it's going to be going on in about 42 minutes, 3 p.m. And I wanted to give as many people a chance to sign up as possible. I know that we got quite a few registered. And I wanted to just go through a couple of the slides that I'm going to be sharing in the workshop in case you're interested. We're going to be talking about tax credits. There are a lot of tax credits out there that small business owners can qualify for. Some of the new tax laws, new IRS issues. You know, the IRS has never been easy to deal with, and now it's impossible. Well, not impossible, but they're making it nearly impossible. If you know me, you know that I love to talk about some stealth tax strategies, and we got a bunch of bonuses. We're going to talk about. I have a couple of guests coming on that are going to talk about grants, PPP loans, the stimulus checks. Maybe stimulus checks that you haven't gotten yet and you're trying to find them. And I'm also going to be talking about our $47 a month CFO package, which was designed really for solopreneurs, brand new business owners. And we're going to be talking about that. These are some of the tax credits that I will be sharing with you. Now, this is a form. This is basically like a summary form where a lot of the tax credits flow to. So this is, and the forms aren't really important. The form numbers, that's something for an accountant. All I'm trying to do, my objective is to make people aware of some of the credits. For instance, the disabled access credit. Now, if you have a website and you make that website accessible for disabled people, you should be doing that anyway. But did you know that you can get a credit for it? Well, I'm going to have my friend John Limbacher talking about that because he does that. And we put our heads together and we said, you know what, this qualifies. I don't think it was designed, the credit wasn't designed really for websites, but the way the law is written, you can definitely, it's simple. This is the whole form. This is the whole form, and you can get up to a $5,000 credit. If you hired an American Indian, if you have employees, you can get a credit for hiring an American Indian. You can get a credit for starting a pension plan. Think about that. You can start a pension plan for you, your wife, your kids as employees, and you'll get a credit on your tax return for that. Now, this is a little bit outside of the box. I do like to think outside the box, but my son has he's a lawyer. And he has a 2-year-old. I have a 2-year-old granddaughter. And, I was thinking, I said, you know what? What if his boss made a childcare facility? I mean, it's really not that difficult. You can't do it in your house, but if your employer, if you're a boss, if you own a business and you want your workers to be on site and they have kids, you could think about it. It's it's a win-win for everybody, and it's available. Amended tax returns. Okay, so a lot of people don't know that if you're entitled to a credit that you didn't take, you could actually go back and claim the credit. You can go back up to 3 years sometimes. And we do a lot of amended returns because we find, there's a lot of bad accountants out there too. Let's see what else we got here. Tax issues, the IRS, so you have to understand that the IRS is the biggest collection agency in the world. And their job is to enforce the tax law. They're not from the government, they're here to help us. Okay, that's the truth. This is what their mission is. The IRS is structured. Okay, there are 4 main divisions, and where I spend most of my time is in the small business and self-employed division. Now, it was shocking to me to find out, well, what is their mission? This is what they focus on: underreporting. Now, underreporting is, you're leaving off income or you're padding your expenses. Okay, you're not reporting the correct income. Underpayment is when, you owe them money and now they're just collecting it from you. There's no dispute. It's just, you owe them money and they want it. So that's one of their functions. And the non-filing tax gap, that is for people that just don't file. There's millions of people that don't file every year, even though they're supposed to. And this is what the IRS does. That's why you need protection. Okay, and you can only get that kind of protection from a tax professional. And what I've learned is that millions of people do their own taxes. And I understand why it could be, frightening, it could be expensive, or seemingly expensive. But tax professionals, and let's define what a tax professional is. That's a CPA, an enrolled agent, or a tax attorney. And I guess, all you have to do is be an attorney and you could say you're a tax attorney. I don't know if there's any special designation for attorneys. I mean, but attorneys can represent you at the IRS level. And the reason why you want that is because we get special privileges. We could get through to the IRS when the general public can't. So if you have an issue and you need it resolved, you really need to have an accountant. And if you have a business, you don't want to have a tax preparer. You need an accountant. And the difference, folks, is that an accountant is year-round. A tax preparer just is a data entry clerk, basically. You can't get tax advice while you're doing your tax return. That's not a good way to do it. Now, here's something that's going on that's really scary. If you want to know what your refund is or your stimulus payment, this is what is on the IRS website. Basically, it's almost like they're saying, we give up. Don't call us. Don't file an amended return. We're way behind. I have clients that, well, not clients, but people that I know that have not gotten their 2019 tax refunds. And they got their 2020 tax refunds. So you explain that to me. The IRS is broken. Now, they're broken, but there is something called the Taxpayer Advocate Service. It's an independent agency that's supposed to watch out for taxpayers. They're supposed to keep the IRS in check. Now, again, they're basically telling us we're overloaded and don't call us. Okay, and this is what my advice is. I'm going to end it with this. This is a form that you use to contact your taxpayer advocate. On the bottom of it is a place for your tax professional. Okay, they are required by law to respond. Okay, so I don't care if they're saying don't call us, don't write us. The idea here is to bombard them with calls, with letters, with requests for help. Okay, and they will eventually help you, but it's the squeaky wheel. gets the attention, folks. That's my story. I'm sticking with it. Hopefully you can join us, my team and I, for the workshop. If you can't, and any of this resonates with you, I invite you to book a chat with me, and maybe I could help you solve one of those perplexing tax problems. So that's my story. I'm sticking with it. Over and out. Thank you.